Hey everybody, this is Chris from C.H.Diegel Photography, and I'm here at Prospect Rock in Johnson, Vermont on the Long Trail. And today I'm going to talk about a common complaint amongst photographers in the wintertime, and that's keeping your hands warm. Now, whenever I talk about this kind of an online forum, someone will tell me, oh, I've got these great fingerless gloves, I've got these great gloves that flip up, or I've got the convertible mittens. Those are great for when it's 45 degrees out, maybe even when it's 35 or 25 degrees out. But here in northern Vermont, we call that fall. Here, when it's cold, those things will not keep your hands warm. You're gonna have to come up with a different plan than fingerless gloves when temperatures get down, 15, 10, 0. I think it's probably around 8 here at Prospect Rock right now, so pretty chilly day. So, the secret, what the best glove is all about finding a glove that lets you operate your camera. The warmest glove for winter photography is going to be the glove that allows you to operate your camera. You're not taking it off all the time. So you can have the warmest glove in the world. And if every time you need to change a camera setting, you have to take it off, well, your hands are never going to be warm, because you're always just going to be freezing your hand and then trying to warm it back up again. The better solution, maybe use a glove that's not quite so warm, but that you can keep on. Another thing, getting a lighter glove, maybe a little lighter weight glove. Add some liners. A pair of glove liners will make kind of a mid-weight glove much warmer. And this won't add much bulk, and it'll still let you use a little bit lighter weight glove. But the key to finding the right glove, I know this is going to sound silly and you're going to feel kind of silly doing this, but take your camera with you. Shopping for gloves, go to, Outdoor Gear Exchange or another place that's got gajillions of gloves. Take your camera and put gloves on and see with gloves can you feel your camera buttons. Because if you can feel your camera buttons through them, you can operate your camera. Now, a couple things, really, I'm looking especially for fit, the perfect glove for me won't be the perfect glove for you because we have different hands. You want to try a bunch of gloves. You don't want a glove that's got a bunch of extra material in the fingertips. That's going to make it hard for you to operate anything. You want a glove that, to use a cliche, fits like a glove. You want to try on a bunch of gloves until you find one that's just like made for your hands and allows you to be pretty dexterous with your fingers. And then practice with those gloves. I know that sounds silly, but just in your regular day, try to keep them on as much as possible and try and do as many little tasks as you can with them on, just so you get used to it. So when you're not out there in the field, like trying to fiddle with your camera, a pair of gloves for the first time. I think you're going to find that that's going to be a much better solution than just getting a really warm glove and taking them on and off to try and do all your camera things. With this pair of gloves and some liners, like I said, it's about 8 out here, and my hands are plenty warm. I could do just about everything with this camera. I've even gotten to where I can I can swap a lens out on them really quick. So it's very doable. You just got to practice and get used to doing camera operations with your gloved hands on. One other quick thing I would say too is, make sure you have enough warm layers for when you get there. I hiked up here to Prospect Rock and I didn't need a bunch of warm clothes because I was hiking. But once I get up here, if I'm hanging out, for a couple hours shooting, my heart rate's going to drop way down. And I'm going to get a lot colder. If I don't have extra layers, with me while I'm hanging out, while I'm chilling out with, with lower heart rate, I'm going to get cold. One of the first things that your body will do, if it's losing heat, is to pull heat from your extremities, to keep your internal organs warm. So if your body's losing heat, you can have really warm gloves on and your hands could still feel pretty chilly. So make sure you're wearing enough warm layers while you're shooting too, so you're not freezing. Because Because if you're really cold, you know, your hands are always going to be cold, or it's going to be at least, you know, much harder to keep them warm. So that's just another thing, you know, make sure you got layers, make sure everything else is wrapped up really warm. So I hope that helps, guys. Get out there, find the right pair of gloves. So shooting out in the wintertime, you know, isn't such a hassle, and you can say goodbye to the fingerless gloves. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to enjoy this sunset. I don't think it's going to be too mega, but I'll turn around and let you guys see us for a second.